One person has suggested I watch 14 gosh darn movies and gave me a list of everything from Man on Fire to freaking A Beautiful Mind and just the Life of David Gale, etc. And the 13th of 14 of them are Incendies from 2010. In the highly acclaimed suspense thriller Incendies, a mother's dying wish creates a painful puzzle her children are forced to solve. At the reading of their mother's will, twins Jean and Simone are given instructions to locate their father they believe was dead and the brother neither knew existed. They travel to the Middle East to piece together the story of the woman who brought them into the world, only to make a shocking discovery. One of the most powerful and fulfilling films I have seen in a long time. Has the white knuckle twists of a great thriller, says Marshall Fine of the Huffington Post, and an extraordinary mystery. A riveting mystery and extraordinary film, says David Edelstein of New York Magazine, Academy Award winner 2010 Best Foreign Language Film. Yeah, I mean, it's, 200,000 people have given it a rating in the IMDb. I think it's like an 8.0 or above, and it's directed by a guy named Dennis something, whose name Denise Villeneuve, which is probably his French for Dennis, of course. Yeah, this movie is intense. I mean, I didn't know what to say. I thought it was going to be like, these twins were going to go in blazing with like machine guns. They're going to go be just going through everything. But then lo and behold, they're piecing together a mystery. And this mystery is what drives everything forward. Who is the father? Who is the brother? It's like, we don't know. This movie is half mystery and half flashbacks, and the flashbacks work really well here. I noticed it works really well in the sense of giving credence to the tough mother who going against. I think what was that is like, I'm not sure the full details. I think Islamic something, she got pregnant before marriage and her family is disowning her. The two brothers pretty much just eliminate the person that she was knocked up, that knocked her up. And then the grandmother says, okay, yeah, you're going to go live with your uncle. And then lo and behold, she eventually finds her way there. And because there's a pro-nationalist and anti-nationalist movement going on in this unspecified country, but it's pretty much Lebanon. Yeah, she makes her way up some ranks, joins a counter-nationalistic group, and just to actually assassinate a leader, and then she gets sent to a prison for 15 years, which is just absolutely insane. But she refused to be what's the word I'm looking for? She refused to be succumb, so she would be known as the lady who sings, and always singing songs to keep her morale up and other stuff like that with all the stuff that she already encountered. So it's like, yeah, eventually gives birth to a son known as the I forget. Yeah, I think it was like the Nihad of May. Yeah, it's like some of those scenes where when you watch them, it's like you can see everything that's going on. I mean, this movie just chugs along at a good pace, but at the same time, it's like when she's incarcerated and everything. We get to see some of the horrors that go on, like rapes and beatings and stuff like that. I mean, it's implied. We hear some screams, so yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, it's not like it's disturbing or you're going to be scarred, but just the lack of music and just what adds to more of the ambiance is just oof. So, it's like, I don't know, when I was watching this, I noticed like saying, hey, this reminds me of a silent movie, which I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, with the silence and ambiance, I eventually discovered there was the person who was doing all this stuff was an orphanage. A warlord came in. He spared the children, raised them all, like help against the resistance, whatever it was, help with the resistance against all the pro-nationalists. Yeah, yeah. He eventually managed to get captured after taking 7 people. They brainwashed him and eventually became, spoiler alert, yeah, pretty much had he pretty much impregnated the mother, and he's the mother and the brother at the same. He's the father and the brother, excuse me. And when they discover him, he has a new identity and everything. Mother presents him with some letters, saying like, "I forgive you and I love you" and everything else. So yeah, it was an effing whirlwind of a movie. It is just so twisting, but in a good way. I mean, it's just when you think about it, it's just like, what the heck is going on here? It was based loosely on the life of this one, I forgot her name, woman who failed assassinating like some pro-nationalist leader or something like that. It's like it has to do with the Islamic faith versus the Christian faith. Is like there's the Lebanese Civil War, which I almost know nothing about, so that's something to look up. And it's always with the religious extremists. I'm not going to say any more than that, but yeah, you could definitely tell there was some influence in there. So I'll tell you, the director wanted to kind of make a movie based on her life, so he wrote the screenplay whilst he was directing 2 other movies, and eventually he got the green light for this. And of course, there is not too much dialogue. You're wondering, why is there not much dialogue? Well, I mean, obviously there is, but it's not like expository. This is meant to be reminiscent of a silent movie. It's like the actors and the actresses. So this is one where you actually have to, where you have to pay attention to what's going on. I mean, it's like everything's right then and there, but at the same time, you have to kind of assemble the puzzle pieces, and you get rewarded with really an intense thrill ride. Yeah, it's like there are moments where, like, where you think you'd have some like musical score or some comedy. You don't have that at all here. You just have them putting everything together and just listening to dialogue and everything. So yeah, this is definitely more of a performance movie. The two leads here, yeah, based on the play Incendies by Wajdi Mowawad. I think he also wrote the script for it, and it stars Lubna Azabel and Melissa Desmore Poland, which, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce those names. The late Lubna should have really. Many people said that she should not have. That she got snubbed at the Academy Awards for like the best performance, and here she does. Just when you pay attention to her on the screen, it's like, yeah, you go around, you get to see her being tough, resilient, you get to see her being sad and everything else, and the voice, and let's not forget the voiceover too. So you get the whole kit and caboodle, and yeah, and then you get the other person who does a good job, who does a pretty dang good job as well of going through some scenes, especially the scene with a bus, and some gasoline after all the other occupants just pretty much get massacred on there. It's like she's still able to hang in there. I'm just thinking, holy smokes, so like you can speak English and French, but Arabic, no. So it was very interesting to see all these different pieces come together. It's not like this is a movie where there's a lot of narration like in Breathless or Alphaville. This is a different style of French filmmaking, as it features some I guess Islamic filmmaking techniques, which I really know nothing about. So yeah, so it's like it's a combination of different cultures. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's pretty freaking incredible. But like I said, this is a movie you have to pay attention to. You have to look and be like, I like the Like, you can't exactly be looking at your phone. You have to pay attention to pay attention to the performances and get yourself engrossed. So it's like this requires patience, but you will be heavily rewarded. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like I was watching this movie, I was thinking of the pro wrestler Sami Zayn, who's trying to help ease tensions going on, and it's like I wonder if he's ever seen this movie. That'd be interesting to see. So yeah, if you have patience and you can put up with the lack of music for the performances, then I highly recommend that you watch Incendies.